So this is Kelly right here. Kelly Christoph Twitter account. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. She's gone.
What if I tell you that one statement, just one statement, would destroy an entire franchise's relationship with its fan base overnight? Yes, that is what has happened. Kelly Krauskopf, the team president, just committed the most catastrophic blunder in the history of WNBA.
So it looked like Indiana Fever president Kelly Christoph is running from the fans, and she's not giving answers. She has deactivated her social media account.
The news is all over the media, spreading like a wildfire. The backlash is absolutely insane. Caitlin Clark's fans are losing their minds. Kelly Krauskopf, who was supposed to be Clark's biggest champion, just threw her under the bus with her statement. The statement, absolutely shocking and tone-deafening. The consequences, completely insane. Millions of fans all across the globe are thinking of boycotting the franchise after the statement. On my God, what is this all happening? The last 1 week has been a roller coaster ride for Clark and her fans.
It is just absolutely not good enough that that the organization is doing this.
If you have heard the statement and think that Kelly Krauskopf needs to be held accountable, drop a fire Kelly in the comments below and stay tuned, because what you are about to hear will make you question everything you know about this franchise so far. Let's break down Kelly's statement. The entire social media is going wild about. In her recent, she dropped this bombshell. We want to sustain the growth and the interest level in the franchise. I mean, this is about the Indiana Fever. Yes, we have a foundational player in Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. And, we're going to continue to add to that, but I want this team to be the leader in the country and, a brand, an enduring brand, like Apple or something. I mean, we have a real opportunity here.
We have a foundational player in Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, and, we're going to continue to add to that. But I want this team to be the leader in the country and, a brand, an enduring brand, like Apple.
Around a brand that is even bigger than Clark herself. The audacity.
Calling the Fever a lost cause is an understatement. Calling this organization a lost cause is an understatement.
Before she arrived, they were barely registered and had a paltry of as less as 4,000 fans.
You're going to be regulated back to the days of drawing 4,000 in attendance.
She single-handedly made the team talk of the town, gave the team millions of fans and moments to cherish, and made it the most watched and followed team at WNBA. And now the franchise is behaving as if they built all this alone with her.
Real opportunity.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have any opportunity. You have one opportunity. And her first initial is C and her second initial.
And what is even more shocking is the fact that the statement was made not during any press conference after some controversial game, but during an event that was supposed to be a celebration of Clark and her impact on the franchise. The timing could not have been more brutal than this. The statement, instead of boosting her confidence, celebrating her impact, shattered it. It made her efforts negligible. This makes you question what is happening behind the closed scenes. But here is what makes it even more ridiculous. The comparison just backfired in the most spectacular war ever imagined.
But boy, if you piss off this fan base and Caitlin Clark leaves, it's lights out.
One fan annihilated Kelly's analogy with a single brutal response. Kelly doesn't know it, but she's just come up with the perfect analogy. Apple used to be an innovator and pioneer in the tech space because it focused on the quality of the product. Nowadays, however, Apple is a company that is risk-averse and focused on marketing and branding rather than the quality of its products. They've lost the lesson, which is the quality of the product is paramount and everything else follows, which is the same lesson the Fever apparently have glossed over. Congrats, Kelly. You turned the Fever into Apple. Mission accomplished.
That was a powerful comment, bro. Powerful.
This fan completely obliterated and highlighted Kelly's entire argument. By comparing the Fever to modern Apple, a company that's lost its innovation, what makes Apple Apple, and lost track of the product quality. That's exactly what's happening with the Fever right now. The analogy sits just perfect.
Product. I'm sorry if you're under the belief that you think all these players were so great before they got here. That may be fine, but nobody cared, nobody watched. You're being warned by the fan base right now.
Over Twitter and over all social media platforms, millions of fans are going absolutely crazy about it. The backlash is swift and merciless. Fans are not just complaining, they are strategically planning their entire move. They are planning to boycott the games, boycott the merchandise purchase. They are aiming to hit at the right spot, the franchise's Wallace.
To this energy, Kelly. Don't run now. Don't run now. Let's
that we want to sustain the growth and the interest level in our.
And in my opinion, the fans are quite justified about it.
All these people viewing these games, all these people showing up to your arena, they're showing up there for Caitlin Clark.
They bought mad tickets and made Indiana what it is today.
Still tanked by 60%. You could replace her with anybody and your viewership tanks by 60%, while whichever team she goes to's viewership doubles and triples.
But what do the franchise do in return? Downplay the very player that has built this brand all alone.
But if it keep going at this rate, the fans are really going to boycott this basketball team.
Let's put this in perspective with a comparison. Back in the 90s, Michael Jordan was the brand. The Chicago Bulls embraced his greatness and became a global phenomenon. They did not downplay his greatness. They did not say, we want to build the Bulls beyond Jordan. Rather, they built Bulls around Jordan. That's exactly what is happening now.
But if you've got Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, the brand is going to build itself naturally.
Caitlin Clark is the brand. She is Indiana Fever brand right now. And the numbers prove it. Her arrival in the WNBA has escalated the interest, revenue, and visibility for the franchise.
Cannot push aside your greatest assets, sideline them. You cannot, you can't take the spotlight.
And driven by her individual achievement, the sharp improvement in her team hits the fans.
And I'm telling you right now, Kelly is running.
And here is when it gets interesting. Kelly Krauskopf. What backlash started hitting and it became unbearable, went into hiding. She deactivated her social media accounts. Yes, she literally deactivated them. She disappeared rather than facing the people, facing the music. She ran and hid like a coward.
She's running. She don't want to give us answers. She's running.
If you have the audacity, the guts to make statements about the franchise's biggest star, you better be ready to face the consequences. But no, Kelly would rather delete her accounts and pretend that nothing happened.
Yeah, I know the old saying, the chickens is coming home to roost. Well, that's exactly what is happening for the Indiana Fever front office, baby.
What's really happening here over the past few months, including Stephanie White's post-game comments, and trying to sabotage Clark, Cheryl Reeve throwing her under the bus, and much more, seems to be a power struggle. It is a power struggle between the franchise front office and the fan base. The franchise wants to take credit for what Clark has earned single-handedly. They are trying to put a counter-narrative before the audience, but fans are not fools. They are not buying it.
Y'all ain't controlling nothing. We got the power. We could quit watching, quit buying, and quite frankly, quit giving a ish about the Indiana Fever.
They know exactly why they started watching Indiana in the first place. It was not because of the franchise management, but the star player it got. That is Caitlin Clark. Period.
Like the only organization that doesn't want to build around Caitlin Clark is the organization she's currently at.
Time and again, Indiana Fever's management is trying to undermine Clark's talent and abilities. Kelly Krauskopf's Apple comparison backfired because it repealed exactly what fans wanted to know about the franchise, their hypocrisy and ungratefulness. The fans are speaking loud and clear. Every other franchise is ready to trade right away, everything just to get her. Imagine what Phoenix could do with Caitlin Clark, or imagine her in Las Vegas. Beavers have got a generational talent, and that is completely baffling what's wrong with them. If the organization continues to minimize her impact and refuses to build around her strengths, what would she do?
Gonna happen. You're not the Lakers. But anyway, yeah.
Comment down your thoughts below and do let me know what you think. Is this a strategic effort to sideline Clark or just a miscalculation on their part? And don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more WNBA truth.